How to learn sword from home. So, in my opinion, the most important thing is that you're always learning your sword from home. Most people are like myself, where you do this as a hobby and you're not traveling somewhere and training all day and all night. So, this is something you're doing in addition to your life, and it's really helpful if you have productive ways to study the sword from home. So the first thing you need is you need to get some good information. And for that, I would recommend the Chinese Sword Academy. I'll leave the link below. And whether you're learning that sword or any other sword from home, or any martial art for that matter, it's very important that on the website they have a roadmap that says start here, and you can follow that through. A lot of websites will have a ton of information, and it's very difficult to organize it in a meaningful way. So a website like the Chinese Sword Academy already has all of that done for you, so you can start at step 0 and just continue. Along the lines of getting information, attending a workshop like one we're hosting, I'll put a link for that below, is a great way to get a ton of information in a very short amount of time to really accelerate your home practice. In addition to getting information, what you need is a sword. And it may not make sense in the very beginning to go out and buy a sword. So what I would recommend is getting a yardstick, preferably wood so you can clip it, to exactly what's going to fit in your home. And that's something that doesn't always get accounted for. A sword takes up a fair amount of room in your living space. And so this sword that I have from Santouche, that's 19 inches, there's nothing magical about 19 inches. It's just what works. This 19-inch blade works perfectly in my living space, and that's why I got it. And I know that from holding a yardstick and practicing my movements and knowing what does and doesn't fit in my living space. And a yardstick is a great thing to work with. We have someone in our group who's just getting their cuts down who started using that. They even taped a little padding to the end to nerf it, to protect the items in their home. And a yardstick is really good because we need to develop a sense of the flat of the blade and edge alignment. So having something like a yardstick is perfect for that. If you have plenty of room and you can take something that's closer to a meter, then you can just go with a historically accurate sword. And again, I would recommend a wooden sword just because it's easier to just leave out in your living space and just pick up and practice anytime you feel like it. It's great encouragement to just have one laying out and just pick it up and practice. The third thing that you need to learn, even from home, in my opinion, is you need people to practice with. And it's like, for instance, in our group, we were just getting down some of the basic cuts. And then when you go to put them with a partner, it's very difficult to figure out what side of the sword you're on without a partner. And I've seen that across the board. So getting a partner is really good. I was very fortunate in the beginning to have Bob. You really need a partner to start lining up and realizing what is or isn't realistic. And also, again, a wooden sword is nice because you can do slow partner play pretty comfortably and start figuring out that the big powerful cut you learned takes some entry to actually make it work. And if you're fortunate to have a club in your area that does, say, Chinese swordsmanship or the particular style of swordsmanship that you're interested in, then that's excellent. There are people who study the Chinese straight sword and don't have a study group in their area. And so what they do is they go to a HEMA club. And we have had great interactions with the local club with a local HEMA club in our area. And they've been able to give me great advice on different padding and stuff as we ramp up our activity, as we ramp up our sparring activity. So feel free to reach out to local clubs, even if they're not doing the particular sword that you're interested in studying. Thanks for coming on the journey with us, and I hope that this may help you get started out on your journey. Thank you.